I'm Stephanie Oden, the host of the Quiet Impact Podcast, and share a variety of things. But this week, I'm talking specifically on leadership characteristics because part of what I want to do is to nurture that leader in you, to inspire you and equip you to be in a position that you can be more impactful. And part of that is expanding your level of influence, and you may find yourself in a leadership position. With this episode, I'm going to be laying out so you can do a self-assessment to see which of these qualities of being a great leader you actually have, which one you need to lean into more, and also sharing with you the 7 ways that you can be more powerful as a leader as an introvert. So let's jump into today's episode, shall we? We shall. Welcome to the Quiet Impact Podcast, where we nurture the journey of introverts who desire to achieve greater levels of influence, income, and impact. The go-to podcast for introvert achievers just like you, seeking purpose-driven growth. I am your host, Stephanie Oden. Have you ever desired to have a mentor whisper success secrets into your ear? One with firsthand experience as a 6-figure corporate leader, expertise in entrepreneurship, and is an introvert? Tune into each episode where we will provide valuable insights into how introverts can effectively navigate life with full-time jobs, pursue career success, and delve into entrepreneurship. We will explore various business and career topics related to self-discovery, achieving success, and finding joy in the journey. My guest and I share real-life experiences, strategies, tools, and resources that will encourage personal and professional growth, self-empowerment, and living an authentic, purposeful life. Let's get into today's episode. One of the reasons I am passionate, driven to pour into my community of quiet achievers, to pour into the leaders that I champion the cause for, is because I didn't have a me. And I am compelled to be the person that somebody looks out and they say, oh, she gets me. She gets where I am as a leader. And they can lean in and they can accelerate their journey. It's almost like I'm a leader accelerant. And management is about persuading people to do things they do not want to do. I share with you my experience when I banged on the table and said, you got to go back and listen to it. Not a moment I'm proud of. Now, you need management and leadership, true, because there's some transformational and some transactional. I was all transactional. Whereas leadership is about inspiring people to do things that they never thought they could. I mean, that comes from a quote from Steve. And that is what I want to share with you today. That's what we're going to be leaning into. I have these Life Inspired. They come in a little box and you open one up and you get a prize. It's kind of like Cracker Jacks. Who remembers Cracker Jacks? Open it up, get a ring. Oh my gosh. Best ever. We are already, truly, entirely, wildly, messily, marvelously who we were born to be, Anne Lamott. Which means for you to be the leader, the characteristics are in there somewhere. There's that acorn in the oak that is you. But what I want you to do is to think about the characteristics I'm going to share with you and see, maybe that one I need to tweak a little bit. And maybe that one, oh, ouch. I can think of a time when I wasn't that. I want you to think about these and rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. See where you rate, because it's all about self-reflection in this case. Get with your coach. Get with me. I'm a coach, in case you didn't know, a coach that works with introvert achievers. Get with me. Matter of fact, I have an assessment also that I can help you with. Let's talk about where you are on the different levels and if you want to improve. Now, if you don't want to improve, fast forward. This show is not for you because this is all about helping you be a better you so you can be a better person for those that you are called to serve. Okay, got it? Let's get in. We're not shy, we're not timid, we're not needing to be fixed. We are an introvert, and that is our superpower. Introverted, AFF, absolutely fabulous and feisty. Now, what are some of the leadership qualities that make a great leader? There are 12 of them that I'm going to go through, and you can assess yourself on them. Most of the words you have some idea of definition, so I don't have to go in and deep dive explain because you know them. I'm just in your face saying, okay, but how do you rate yourself? So some of the most important characteristics of a great leader, what we would look for. One of them is their ability to communicate. And that's something that is not always taught. It's a practice skill because people evolve, people are different, and being able to communicate with people in a way that they get it. They know that they're heard and they get how you communicate with them. One of the assessments I use allows you to be a better communicator because you know where you are and you know how to be able to pick up how other people are. A level of integrity. Integrity being who you are when you're not on the stage. It's being who you are all the time. And one of my core values is integrity. If it's out of integrity, that's a problem. I remember I had a situation where someone was asking me to do something in my job that it was not quite true. In their mind, it wasn't that bad, that bad. If it has to be a that bad, it's probably out of integrity. I said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not doing it. The times that you stand on integrity, people respect that. Even if they stomp off mad because they didn't get their way, they respect that. Accountability, being accountable. As a leader, being willing to shoulder the inadequacies of the plan, especially if you were the architect of the plan, but then allowing the celebration to go broad so that it covers and it encompasses your team. And yes, you're part of the celebration, but you lift the others up as well. Those are Stephanieisms. You may find it different. Okay. Empathy. One of the things that I learned on empathy is I didn't know that I had this skill and that it was getting me in trouble all the time. I naturally am empathetic. In the roles and the positions that I was in, it wasn't always respected because they didn't always see people the same way I saw people. But here's something I want to encourage you as you embrace being an empathetic leader. Stand your ground. It really is a skill set. It allows you to be a better communicator. It allows you to be a better predictor because you're really taking it in. You inspire loyalty with your teams, better ability to negotiate because you can read underneath. And when the person doesn't say what the real need is, you can see what the real need is. And you're also able to be more creative. Sounding like an introvert to me. Okay, okay. Put it away, Stephanie. Put it away. Another one of the characteristics, humility. Now, there's humility in that I am a courageous and I'm not boastful. That's the one we want. Not the humility of I'm so small that I don't matter. Not that one. That's false humility. But the humility of I'm courageous and you want a humble presence and a humble confidence that you know what you know, and you know who you are, and you know whose you are, and you stand in that, and that is okay. That type of humility. Resilience. Yes, 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 yes. Being resilient as a leader. Stuff happens all the time. Like plot twists all over the place. All over the place. But being able to maintain that resilience is something that will continue to carry you through the different obstacles. Vision, being able to see. One of the things that I recognize as a leader is that ability to see the picture for where the company is going and then help to connect my people. One of my coaching clients tells me that I'm good at connecting dots. And being able to see where the people are and plug them into how the vision matters to them and their vision. And then we can walk alongside. And that goes in with influence, being able to influence, the power of influence. I'm not saying manipulate, I'm saying influence. And that goes along with that vision, that connecting and allowing the people to be on the same page and collectively go towards a vision. Positive. Oh, yes. Please be positive. Please, please be positive. I'm not saying Pollyanna. I'm saying there are other perspectives. Find the positive one because creativity comes when you're able to be more positive. When you already come in and you're defeated, you're at a low vibrational state anyway. Coming in with positivity, throwing in that gratitude, you're at a different level to be able to see solutions that you couldn't see. Now that's not saying that some of the days won't suck as a leader. Okay, some days you're like, oh my gosh, why did I sign up for that? We talked about my faith before. Matter of fact, when I had the discussion and I knew I was gonna get moved, get downloads, and the download was Stephanie, I'm gonna need you to to step up. I said, no, 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 Lord. I just want to stay out here with the sheep. It's like, no, I'm going to elevate you. And that was a conversation behind the scenes. Oh, delegation. Being able to delegate is a skill that a lot of leaders don't get. It's a skill that you work into. One of the workshops that I do with corporate teams is on the monkeys, and it's all around how to effectively increase and improve your ability to delegate. And so that's one of those skills that you'll need. And then there's confidence. And confidence comes after courage. You're going to have to make some courageous decisions that you don't have all the answers to yet so that you can build the confidence to be that leader that you want to be. Now, as I mentioned when I started, my goal for you was to take the characteristics as I've laid them out to you, rank them all on a scale of 1 to 10, and think, okay, which one do I really want to focus on? And then get the coaching that will help you to be a more effective leader. And I cannot end this podcast without sharing something that's really powerful. I am not the author of what I'm going to share with you right now. Let's pretend we're interviewing Dora Vanurek. I'm going to share with you what she shared on the 7 ways introverts can become a more powerful leader. Now, why am I sharing her information on my podcast? Because it's the Quiet Impact Podcast. And I recognize great content, and that's part of what I put in front of you. I don't have to be the author of all the content. I'm the catalyst for some of the content. And this is fire, fire, fire. And some of them you will see they align with the skills to be a powerful leader. Here are some ways, because for so many years I was muffled because I wasn't the loudest person in the room and I had the ideas. And you got the characteristics of a great leader. Let's talk about how, as an introvert, you can be a powerful leader. Maybe I should have split it into 2 podcasts, but well, we're here now. One, let your actions speak louder than your words. You don't have to be loud to make a lasting impact. Show your leadership through your actions, your consistency, and your decisions. Matter of fact, a study of 17,000 executives found that 40% of successful leaders are introverts. Okay. Number two, embrace your power to listen. That is a superpower. Use it to connect with people, to catch the details that other people miss, to make your team feel like they're truly heard. As an introvert, you are an exceptional listener. Number three, build relationships. Now, a lot of people think we're introverts. We don't really like people, and most of the time we don't. But one-to-one interactions is your strength. Use to create some genuine connections, offer real support, and create trust that lasts. And here's a fun fact for you: 56% of employees feel more comfortable sharing ideas in a one-to-one conversation. Number four, questions. Ask powerful questions. One of the things I had printed out sitting in my office so that I could refer back to train myself to ask better questions, to ask deeper questions, to ask curious questions. Use your natural curiosity to ask questions and help you drive discussions. That's going to help build trust and show them that their input is valued. Okay. Number five, create psychological safety. Now, that's a big word, and it goes right along with what I talked about on empathy. Right. Lead with empathy. This will allow you to create a space for open dialogue, that they feel seen, they feel heard, they feel acknowledged. Now, I'm not saying, and I don't think Dora's saying it either, that let people run over you and that you sit there and they cry, you cry, we cry. No. But you have created a safe place for people so that when the tough conversations come up, that you will have the ability to navigate them because you built up that relationship. Number six, huge, prioritize energy management. It's going to happen. So schedule it. And we've talked about this before. Now, we haven't talked about it in the context of helping you to be a powerful leader. However, prioritize time to recharge. You lead with better clarity when you're not burnt out. So set an example and do that. Introverts, you listening? This is us. Introverted leaders who recharge boost their productivity by 23%. I'll take that. I'll take that. And number seven of the ways that introverts can become powerful leaders, as shared by Dora, is don't try to mimic extroverts. It does not work. I tried it. Many of you have tried it. You know it doesn't work. Embrace who you are. Embrace your authentic nature. That's what will get you lit up. You know, you've heard me talk to several quiet achievers. And during the interview, you may be thinking, how is it possible that they are an introvert? Because they've embraced who they are. They're not trying to mimic extroverts. Being true to yourself comes back to allowing you to show more credibility, to be more authentic, And people can smell authentic and they can smell not. They can smell it. And most employees are more motivated by an authentic leader. 80% employees say that they are more motivated by a leader who operates in their authenticity. How about that? I say the odds are in your favor being you, as opposed to trying to mimic an extrovert. That's the seventh. Let your actions speak louder than your words. Embrace your listening power. Build strong one-on-one relationships. Ask powerful questions. Create psychological safety. Prioritize energy management. And number 7, don't try to mimic extroverts. Your quiet impact speaks volumes. You are more powerful than you know. Trust yourself. Let me know what you thought about the content that I shared on today's episode. Make sure you go over to LinkedIn, find Dora Vanurek, and comment on this article. I want to make sure she gets all the cred. I've shared as a leadership catalyst because it was powerful, the message, and I felt like you needed to hear it. Talk soon. Wow, 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 wow. This episode is one that would be impactful and beneficial to anyone that you know that is a rising voice, an emerging leader. We talked about the leadership characteristics that make a good leader, and we also talked about the 7 ways that an introvert can be a powerful leader. I hope that you will share it as you know people who need to hear this message. And make sure that for you head over to the website, you get a copy of the Success Pillars for Quiet Achievers. And thank you for watching, for listening, and for subscribing.